very good morning to everyone present here. I am Pranani Priyamkalita along with my friends are going to present a presentation on the topic extraction of metals from mineral ores. So, we are going to discuss topics like enrichment of ores, extraction of metals, reactivity series of metals and etc. So first, to know these topics, first we should know what are metals or what is metals. So metals are the elements characterized by their shiny appearance, good conductivity of heat and electricity, and the ability to be hammered into thin sheets and drawn into thin wires. So, don't you think from where these metals come? So the earth crust is the main source of metals. Seawater also contains some salts like magnesium chloride, sodium chloride, etc. So the elements or compounds which occur naturally in the earth crust are known as minerals. So at some places, minerals contain a very high percentage of a particular metal, and the metal can be profitably extracted from it. These minerals are known as ores. So I have just briefly explained about minerals, ores and metals. So to have a better understanding about this, I would like to call Anika Alam Tasin for the further explanation. Thank you.
As our previous speaker gave a brief introduction to explain the topic to be discussed today. So I am going to explain an important topic which is known today. So the topic is reactivity series of metal. What is this? So reactivity series is the metal is an arrange of decreased loose electron and from a positive ion. So here is it. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, zinc, phenom, tin, lead, copper, mercury, silver, gold. So potassium is the highest reactive metal, and the gold is least reactive metal. So now I would like to call Archie to tell the importance of reactivity series of metal.
Hello everyone. Till now we have know what is this reactivity series, but what is its importance in the extraction of metal. So we will start. Extraction of metal. Some metals are found in the earth crust in the free state. Some are found in the form of their compounds. The metal at the bottom of the reactivity series are least reactive, and they are often found in the free state. For example, gold, silver, copper and platinum are found in the free state. Copper and silver are also found in the combined state as they are sulfide or oxide ores. The metal at the top of the reactivity series, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium and aluminum, are so reactive that they are never found in nature as free elements. The metal in the middle of the reactivity series are zinc, iron, lead, etc. are moderately weak. They are found in the earth crust mainly as oxide, sulfide or carbonate. Thus, on the basis of metal, metals are categorized by three metals of low reactivity, metals of medium reactivity, metals of high reactivity. Now, these three categories will be further discussed by our
A very good morning to everyone present here. My name is Ikshita, and now I am going to explain enrichment of ores. Ores mined from the earth are incredibly large amount of impurities such as soil, sun, etc. called chem. The impurities must be removed from the ore prior to the extraction of the metal. The process is used for removing the chem from the ore and based on the differences between the physical and chemical properties of the chem and the ore. Now I would like to call Manavi Teta for news. Good morning everyone. Today I am going to talk about how we extract low materials that are less reactive to seeds. These metals include gold, silver, platinum and copper. They are called less reactive because they don't easily react with air, water and acids. Since they are present in nature in free and native states, often don't need to do much to extract them. For example, gold and silver are often found as a pure metal in the earth. Copper is usually found as a copper oxide or copper sulfide. To extract it, we can just heat the ore in the air. This is called roasting. Let's take an example of copper. If we heat copper sulfide in the presence of oxygen, it forms copper and sulfur dioxide. Thank you. Now I would like to call Sabnam for our next explanation.
Explain extracting metal in the middle of electricities. The metal of middle of the electricity series, such as iron, zinc, lead, copper, etc., are moderately reactive. These are easily represented as sulfides or carbonates in nature. It is easier to obtain a metal from its oxide as compared to its sulfides and carbonates. Therefore, prior to reduction, the metal sulfides and carbonates must be converted into oxide by heating strongly in the presence of excess air. Now, for a detailed explanation, I call to light Kasturi and Arctic.
As our previous speaker, Sabnam Nihar has just told about the topic of extracting metals in the middle of the reactivity series. Now here we will find two processes, namely the roasting and the calcination. I am going to explain the roasting part and the further part will be explained by Artika. So let us see what's there. Yeah. So roasting, what is it? Roasting is a metallurgical process where an ore is heated in the presence of air. Typically, mainly it happens when the melting point is below, like low melting point, to convert it into an oxide. This process is commonly used to transform sulfide ores into oxide, which are then used to recover metals. During roasting, the volatile substances and impurities are also removed. Now, let us see what happens in this roasting process by a diagram. So we can see that this is a system of roasting the ore. So what happens? The ore feed is put into a tunnel and then it is passed through this passage and then heated. Here the necessary fuel will be provided in order to heat this up, and then the required materials will be released. So this roasting process happens mainly in the case of zinc sulfide. In order to produce zinc oxide, the reaction is given below as we all can see. Now, for the process of calcination, Artika will describe it. Thank you.
I will tell about what is calcination. So let's see what is calcination. Calcination is a process where ore octane and carbonate or hydroxide is heated in a limited or absence of oxygen environment to convert into its oxide form. This process, which involves thermal decomposition, also removes volatile impurities and moisture. I would like to call Minerva for further explanation.
And today we are present to draw your kind attention towards the extraction of metals at the top of the reactivity series. So first of all, let us see the reactivity series first. At the top of the reactivity series are metals like potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium. These metals are very highly reactive that it can't be reduced just through carbonization or oxidation. These metals can be simply extracted from its mineral ores by the process of electrolysis. Here, as you can see, electrolysis setup. First, to extract copper from its ores, we have to take the solution, acidic copper sulfate solution, so that the ions will get mixed up with the water. And then negatively charged chlorine or the non-metals will be diverted at the anode as it will get attracted to the positively charged element. And the positively charged metals, which is copper, which is very important for us, will get attracted to the cathode and will be deposited here. And here the impurities are got anode and the organ. This is the process of electrolysis through which we can simply extract a metal through this solution, electrolytic solution. Now I would like to call Diksha Saikia for further explanation.
Thank you everyone. So, let us know how we refine the metals. It is the process by which metals are refined after reduction. And although various methods are performed in refining the metals, the most famous method is electrolytic refining. So, electrolytic refining, many metals such as copper, zinc and gold and silver etc. are refined by electrolytically. This process the impure metals is made the anode and a thin stripe of pure metal is made the cathode. A solution of metal salt is used as an electrolyte. The apparatus is set up as is shown in the figure. Here you can see it. This is the that rod which is impure as anode, and this is the thin metal, pure metal, which is known referred as cathode. And this process is continued till whole metal ions from impure block is dissolved and deposit on cathode. As we can see here, the impure is anode mud, which is known as also anode mud, is being settled down here, and the soluble impurities go into the solution, as we can see here, and the insoluble impurities can settle down here. So I conclude here. Thank you.